that just occurred last weekend in Columbus, Ohio. Remember to tune in next week. There is DreamHack Malmo going on. That starts on Tuesday. It will be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday will be off, and then we move into the arena in Malmo on Saturday and Sunday. So plenty of Counter-Strike coming up. That's going to have most of the teams that were at the major are all going to be there competing for that prize. That'll be a big tournament coming up. But here into the pistol round, we're going to get started. Nitro close up, just listening for any kind of information. 3 members from Team Liquid on the defense going over towards the B bomb site early on. And OpTic is fastly going to take control of these long A hulls.
So 3 long A hulls really quickly. And they're taking pretty fast. Kusta headshotting people, staying back. I like it. Plain retake almost.
Yeah, now he's going to get dropped by Shazam. It's continued aggression from OpTic. Rush is now going to lead the way. No smoke to block this off, and that allows Cbble to get a clean shot. You don't want to take those duels with him. Elige is the next one. Shazam's going to be able to block him with the smoke. Comes back to try and take this fight, but misses all the shots. Shazam falls. It's now a 4-on-2 for Liquid, but the play is over towards the B site. Now Liquid knows it. Cbble gets a 3rd kill. That's on to Naf. The bomb is at least going to get planted, but not too much for Stan to do. He does start things off with a headshot onto Cbble. He's trying to use this statue as cover, try and isolate some one-on-ones. It's not going so well for him. He finds one more kill, but there's the knife from Hiko. Jumping in, he's going to take him down. Gets a lot of bonus money behind that. First round goes to Liquid.
I'm not a big fan of that pistol by OpTic Gaming. It's almost like they're planning to, like, when you send 3 people one way and 2 people the other, you kind of, you know, half your power in half, and it's just, I don't know, it's like they're planning to lose, but they wanted to plant the bomb.
Yeah, it just seemed like, it also seemed like they wasn't really a plan for them to ever kind of connect. Sometimes you'll see that tactic come up and they go through the connector to try and reconnect in the middle, but that time it just seemed like a full-blown fake. Either way,
it's too spread out.
Yeah, with no smoke on those double doors as well, Cble's able to spot everything that's happening, getting a couple nice kills as well. So he's got the M4 this round. Hiko with that knife is going to be on the MP7. And now, slow-paced across the map for OpTic Gaming. Smoke goes up on the top of drop. That's going to delay Naf just a little bit. What do you think of the, while we have a little bit of time while they wait out some smokes, what do you think of these upgraded pistols where
they seem broken. They just, like, one shot does like 85 damage across the map.
Do you not like that every round at least is contested?
I mean, I guess it's exciting, but from a player point of view, it's very stressful when, you know, you played for a week straight. I'm boot camping. My whole life's on the line. All of a sudden, you lose to an eco round in a major tournament, and it's mind-numbing to like to actually lose to pistols, and it hurts. It hurts mentally.
Much like the DeBear's curse, mental anguish coming out. Simple. Speaking of mental anguish, Stan loses his head. And actually, Shazam with a nice deagle shot is going to drop Cbble from range. And now they can swing out wide on this B platform, but there's still plenty of defense able to be mounted here for Team Liquid. And there it is, the nade, the famous combo. Elige gets 2, and Nitro swiftly cleans things up. So they only lose 1, and they're even able to save the M4, so not too much loss for Team Liquid in that round.
Team Liquid has been looking pretty sharp in their angles and just not dying on ecos. It helps in the long run.
Yeah, saving up, building up that economy, make sure you're not having to rebuy too many guns. Cbble does get dropped by a nice deagle shot, and here it is though, with the plant in that first round, the extra $800 given to all the OpTic members, you're going to be able to get that AK-47. Looks like a pop flash, I guess a smoke from Kusta is going to just drop in the double doors as soon as Nitro feels pressure. Eats a little bit of damage through the doors. This time OpTic are going to take things a little bit more slower. You can see them walking slowly in these A hulls. Meanwhile, Nitro and Kusta, they only have SMGs. They want to get aggressive here, and they've got to be very careful on how they time this peek. Kusta's going to come out wide, and that's far too wide. Daps gets a free kill. No real response. A little bit of damage is dealt, but now Nitro has got to do something. This UMP close up. All of OpTic is moving its way up mid, so they're sandwiched now. The rotation is coming in, but Nitro's going to fall. Cble's the next one up with an M4. He's got to deal some damage before they can cross into the site. Stan's got a pretty sick position, but no smoke in those double doors again means Liquid's going to be able to try and take some pop shots as they cross into the site. The bomb's at least going to get there safe, and they have no clue that Stan is here. This might be a save call any moment if they're not able to get a kill quickly. Cble's going to break those vents, still has no idea, and Stan spots him out. Elige trades him off, but now in a 2-on-4. They really have no avenue into that retake. Only 2 flashbangs to work with. It looks like Hiko's already made the call to save, but Elige wants to stick around just to see if he can get one more kill. But they are just going to get away with this AK and this M4.
It's a good save by Team Liquid, just to save on what you have left. Don't force it. See if you get lucky next round. Get some kills, headshots. It's a momentum-based game. So if they get 2 early kills in the next round, that's 2 guns. Possibly for CTs.
There's always this thought that Counter-Strike is a momentum-based game, and some people really buy into it. Some people don't so much buy into it. As a former player, what is it that exactly that momentum does for you going forward into these matches?
It's huge. Like, it's all about believing. Like, every round, like, look at Luminosity. Like, they believe to win, and you have to have that confidence, that heart to, you know, every round's a new round and every round's a new round to win. And if you lose a round and you let that hurt you, then, you know, after a while it's going to keep building up and you keep losing rounds, and it just keeps going against you.
Well, Simple with a nice pop flash blinds Naf initially, goes for that fight, not able to get the kill, and now he's sticking around here, and I believe Naf knows he's here. Rush is also on the other side. That nade's going to do some damage, and there it is. Naf swings out. It's a beautiful nade to force him out of position. Now Rush's turn, and he falls as well to Simple. And he's going to go for more. He gets a third one, single-handedly decimating the attack of OpTic Gaming. It's just Stan and Shazam left, and they were on the other side of the map. They have made no progress while their teammates are swiftly mowed down. Beautiful shots from Simple.
He's hot right now. I mean, he played amazing at the major, and he's hot right now.
Riding some momentum, would you say?
He's riding some momentum.
There
He's feeling top of the world. He's like, you can't outshoot me. I'm going to peak, 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 peak.
Yeah, we bring it full circle with that momentum conversation. It's beautiful. Stanislaw trying to lurk his way up long A. He's going to try and make a distraction. The bomb's over towards the B site. Nitro spotted him out, though. Nitro's brought down very low, but he's going to force him to commit to swinging wide, and that's smart because Kusta has the other angle. He's able to protect his teammate. Now spots at long range. Simple does fall, going for another long-range duel, but in a 1-on-4 OpTic, or Shazam, excuse me, there's really not too much left for him to do. That smoke is going to hold back Hiko and Elish, at least for a little bit, until his presence is felt a little bit more. Nitro's got to be careful, but Shazam doesn't even look that way. So 3-1. Now with 4 surviving when they won the round, OpTic might choose to buy into this round because they can get those AK-47s. They'll be light on utility on a couple players. In fact, Stanislaw even goes for a Tech 9 just so he can get all the smokes and Molotovs and flashbangs. But the losing bonus is reset, so they're going to have to start right back from the bottom in that case. But Shazam and Stan with all the utility, 3 AK-47s, 2 Tech 9s into this round.
It looks like they're all sending all 5 of their players towards that B bomb site, with 2 of them breaking off towards that mid area, just holding it, just waiting for picks, pushes, wasting nades and spamming. We'll see how the round unfolds once these smokes clear. I don't think it'd be smart to push through that smoke. That's my thing. I don't push through smoke in CSGO. No, you don't push through smoke.
It's just the general DeBear's rule.
Yeah,
you see a smoke,
too risky.
You're like the antithesis to Stewie 2K. You see a smoke and you just go the opposite direction.
You have to be super coordinated for that to work, with flashes and everything. And baits. Baiting's important.
Effective baiting is very important.
You're right, effective. Thank you for correcting me.
Well, many players for OpTic are right above the drop at the moment. It is Nitro closest to watching that. Hiko is going to be on a swivel. He'll be able to rotate over very quickly if they feel pressure from there. But you mentioned it, a big B stack for Team Liquid. 4 members here already. Here comes that drop attack. It's the first one down. Nitro gets 1 before being traded off. Hiko's still alive, and he gets 2. And then there's Elish guarding drop, guarding that broken wall. Excuse me, not drop, guarding the broken wall as players drop off of it. It's going to be a 4th round for Liquid. They slaughter this attack from OpTic, and now the money really is broken.
I kind of wish that they would have bought less AKs and maybe had more smokes and flashes. This is a very, this game thrives on smokes and flashes, and you rely on aim only, and Liquid is hitting all their shots, and it's not smart to.
Well, you could see Hiko defending drop after Nitro fell. He came over, he wasn't blinded whatsoever. He had no pressure put on him. Really pretty easy angle for him to hold.
He just held it down and killed
Waited for people to walk right into the bullets.
Yeah, just right in there, easy.
Why not? OpTic, they're going for a 5-man rush up mid, but the Molotov is going to slow him down, as is Hiko's bullets. 2 headshots for him. Simple and Kusa are going to combine for the last 3. It's a slaughter for Team Liquid. They only lose 1, and all the while they're building up money through this. You can see Kusa's at 7,000, Elish 7,500, Sipple's at 9,000. So a huge economic advantage for the CT side. Hiko needs a drop, but that's no big deal for them.
He's keeping his submachine gun. Now this is weird to me. Like, yeah, I've heard that terrorists won't buy head armor against, or I mean,
CTs
I'm sorry,
won't buy head armor.
CTs won't buy head armor. So the contractors keep their submachine gun, but.
This is the payoff. If he moves forward, he gets that bonus money, gets that $600, and there it is. He does find it.
There you
Swift
go.
headshot on the rush.
There's money right there. Why not?
And if he survives till the end of the round, and he's able to salvage, an M4 from a teammate or an AK-47 from an opponent, all of a sudden that's another 3,000-ish that he doesn't have to worry about spending. And with that man advantage, you can see Team Liquid, they drop most of their aggression across the map, play a little bit more passively. Nitro's rotated all the way back towards the A site.
Team Liquid is keeping 2 people in A, so they kind of have a read that they might fall back to A, and that's what they're doing. OpTic is working their way towards A with 2 halls and 2 middle. Let's see if they're able to capitalize on Nitro, who's kind of sitting alone in that right corner middle.
Well, he's got a little bit of a bait and switch set up. Kusta's going to be there to support him, but a shot is baited out. Nice shoulder peek from Stan. He's actually going to get his way over towards that wall, and there's it is. That SMG can't do the work necessary, and Simple. He falls as well. Stanislaus got the wide angle on him, and now Kusta's in a really tough spot. Too many angles for him to check. This is collapsed from Team Liquid. They've fallen 1 by 1. A nice hit from OpTic. Nothing can be done here, so Elige in a 1-on-4 situation. Maybe try and get some guns out of their hands. They did have to spend money on dropping Hiko a weapon, so this economy that I mentioned that they built up that was very, very strong, it's going to disappear very quickly. So Elige here just waiting to see if anyone's going to give him a free kill, and he'll more than likely just fall away at the end of this round. Maybe try and salvage that AWP, because it is over close to APC, but Shazam just picks it up as I say that. There's not going to be any opportunity for that. Might be able to kill him as they evacuate. Depending on how aggressive Stanislaus jumps right over the murder hole, and he spotted him, I think. And there's the headshot angle for Elige. He does grab 1 more kill. Now he's going to bail out. He's not being chased, although he is being wrapped upon by Daps. 15 HP, but I don't think he's going to be able to find him here. Bomb explodes, so the time is going to end. Elige takes that AK into the next round.
I think OpTic should keep hitting that A-bomb site. They are tearing apart Team Liquid when they hit there with guns, so let's see if they might call the same strat.
You want it to be a little bit slower? Did you like that slow strategy, or would you like to be fast-paced?
I like it. You know what? I'd say a little fast-paced. I'd rather go fast-paced and hand it to him. Like, kind of surprise him.
That high-octane counter.
Surprise him a little bit, you know? Mix it up. Don't just keep one tempo the entire time, you know? You gotta, it's like boxing, jab, jab, uppercut, you know what I'm saying?
I do know exactly what you're saying.
And we're not boxers, so I mean, I just throwing it out there, you know?
Yeah, we're not scientists either. Shazam with his AWP. Peering over the smoke, Elige's out in the open. He could catch him off guard. That Molotov, though, is going to help him out. It's going to force Shazam to stay on top of that box. And they're going to get aggressive behind this. And there it is, Shazam. He's not ready for it, but he does recover in time. Can't get the second one. Simple trades that off, and he's got to stick around for this fight, at least for the moment. He's out in the open. He loses it. Now finds that kill. So early pressure from Team Liquid doesn't work out in their favor. It seemed like they had an opportunity to make it work. But OpTic does sustain, and they have over a minute with a man advantage.
So Team Liquid sitting back. Well, OpTic's kind of also just holding back too. I think OpTic should be a little more aggressive. And I mean, they're taking their time. They're slow. They get a pick. Good for them. Now they're kind of hesitating. Like, what are they doing? Working towards that B bomb site. I know it's a little slow for my taste, but if they win the round, I guess that's what matters, right?
Well, they have an advantage for the moment. Kusta with the AWP, though, has the range. There's a nice pop flash. Nitro gets 1 kill, but he swings out just a little bit wider than he probably would have liked because Rush is able to take him out from a different angle. Now it's on Kusta. There are a couple smokes to block off these doors and block off the bomb site, so it's going to have to be an incredible sequence of shots if he wants to retake this, and it looks like he's already going to exceed the round. OpTic is going to get their third. Kusta just wanting to save this AWP. So a little bit slower than you'd like. They get it done in the end. Slower.
It's okay. It's okay. I don't mind. You know, if it helps to win the round, then
it's that whole tortoise in the hare type conversation.
It is. It is. And I liked how OpTic was able to exchange kills. That's something that I watched in the last match against Cloud9. Cloud9 was really bad at exchanging kills and just really slow. Like, it just seemed sloppy. Really slow and sloppy last game.
Yeah, it did a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah. Just maybe they didn't practice. They have a ringer. Combination of things. Who knows?
Yeah, the coach was playing for him. That could be a big deal. But like I mean, we did mention, he was top Dragon from. This was a sick shot from Shazam. That recovery as Elige pushes up close. Simple here, maybe not needing to challenge that fight, but you could see, I mean, you talk about building momentum in a match. That's the kind of play that'll do it if he comes out on top, because we did see that round where in that very same position he gets 3 kills in sequence. So if he's able to do it again, then all of a sudden he's just feeling sky high.
Looks like OpTic is sending 4 people towards the middle. They might go to that fast A take, yeah?
Well, it's a switch up in defense for the Liquid side. They have a double op, Kusta and Simple each with 1. Kusta's the only one there right now, so he's got to be a little bit careful. You can see him falling back. He did take either some nade damage or some spam damage. We didn't catch it. But he is going to fall all the way back to the bomb site. So this concedes a lot of map control. OpTic Gaming, they have a lot of ways that they can push up through 8 holes. And with this Mac 10 on Daps, this might be a misread from OpTic, thinking that it's going to be a save, so they've got to be careful. Still, no one from Liquid has rotated over. Kusa's got to come up huge, and he's put himself in an awkward spot, and he's even been spotted out. There's no chance here for him. No one from Liquid there to support him whatsoever. They might have to just save right off the bat. Molotov smokes in all of these choke points. OpTic catches Liquid completely off guard. It's exactly what you said. Every time OpTic has gone towards this A site with these guns, they've been able to smash the defense, and you can see they're not going away from it because they know there's a huge advantage.
Yes, OpTic is just tearing them apart at A. There's no halls for Team Liquid. Like, there's no one watching it. They're just kind of playing like a passive A setup, and OpTic is just running up, throwing their nades, and taking the site. I would advise that Team Liquid, they should be, with those ops that they have, peak a little more aggressive towards maybe A halls. Try to take a shot. I feel like OpTic performs worse when you make them waste their nades and flashes earlier in the round, because they're a team that just sets up, throw their nades, and then kind of execute, kind of like what they've been doing on the rounds that they won.
Actually, the save now for Team Liquid is going to work out. No one peeking at the end, so they're going to make it forward. This is just way too easy for OpTic to get into the site. Kusta forced very, very far back into the bomb site and then gets a little bit too aggressive towards those halls, and there's nowhere for him to take a shot, no one for him to retreat to. He's got too many angles he's got to worry about. No rotation over from Team Liquid. He's very isolated. So now it's completely switched around. OpTic has built up plenty of money on this T side. Kusa this round isn't even going to buy anything. No armor. He's got an HE grenade and a flashbang. So he's going to trust his teammates with the rifles to do all the work, and he's going to continue to save and try and get an AWP moving forward. Hiko's going to be the first one under contention, and Daps. Swift shot drops him. There's Nitro. That's traded off as well. Still two more members here for Team Liquid. Nades roll in. Kusa's going to get aggressive. He's not prepared for one to be to his left. He doesn't see him whatsoever. That's a free kill for Naf, but Elige responds. 1-on-3 here. Actually, Simple's just now made his way over, and Elige continues the tear. Finds another one. Simple's guarding his back, but Elige is going to get wrapped upon. Things slow down, though, in this 2-on-2. Over a minute left, and there it is. Elige peeks a little bit too wide. That smoke has a gap in it that allows Shazam to get the kill. Simple gets up close. He's got to come up with a huge play here. No scope. Nope, he's going to scope in. He finds that rush, swings wide, jumps up to try and find some information. Shazam's not peeking. He's got to have a smoke of his own to use. Drops out a flashbang, and he's going to try and grab a new angle. Shazam, though, has moved just out of his crosshair to the left. This would be a huge clutch. The first win for Team Liquid in some time. Is Simple going to be prepared for this? Shazam misses the shot. Simple gets the dink, goes for the no-scope, can't hit it. One more flashbang left. He's just going to bounce it off the statue. Hope this smoke covers him. He can't find the bomb, though, and now the smoke is clearing out, and there's the shot wasted. Shazam has survived this round. Somehow he makes it work and even gets the kill at the end. Insult to injury. It's a 5th for OpTic, and they tie things up. One more buy, though, for Team Liquid. They built up so much money early on in this half that they've been able to sustain through this losing streak, and now they have the full losing bonus. They can buy again.
Yeah, that was a close one, and the Simple almost had it. He was so close, but he missed a shot, and OpTic really outshot them that round. There was I think Team Liquid had 2-3 people by that drop area, and they still just got out-fragged.
Well, you talk about the trading that OpTic has been really good with at the A-bomb site. That time coming at a drop, very good as well. To just
one right after each other, and eventually they won the round for them by doing those kind of trades, and that's what you need for high-level play. Trades. The best teams are good at trading each other.
2 ops again for Team Liquid. Kusta and Simple. Seems to be like exactly what they want to go to. Hasn't really panned out so well. It has been, what, 4 straight, I believe, for OpTic Gaming, so it hasn't been working too much for Team Liquid recently. Based off those A hits, OpTic has now evened up the score.
They kind of figured out Team Liquid. They kind of got in their momentum. They're hitting their shots. Team Liquid maybe kind of let up a little bit once they start, we're up so many rounds, and they kind of let go. Now they lost momentum, and OpTic is now riding that wave.
How do you come back from this when you go up to an early lead and now you lose 4 straight? Things have been evened up. Everything's sitting pretty for you. Everything feeling good as a team, and now all of a sudden you're looking at a tie score and you have a huge disadvantage.
One thing I would have a go-to strat that my team would have, and try to make that work, and just really pump up yourself and your teammates to really, you have to pump yourself up. You have to beat your chest, do whatever. Just get in that mentality that this is a new round. Continue. The other rounds don't matter. Win this round, okay? And move on from there.
I know the answer to this question, but I know the viewers don't. Have you ever beat your chest during a match?
Yes. I've ripped off my shirt before.
Absolutely.
In a match.
Why
ripped
not?
off my shirt.
There it is. So Hiko's going to try and do that very same thing, but Elige is going to be the first one. There it is. Hiko starting to rip off his shirt with that opening kill. Picks up the AK, but can't transfer over. Rush stops it. Wants to keep things PG-13. And now the two ops are locked out of this B bomb site. Nowhere to go. Terrible guns for retaking, and on top of that, they have no utility. It seems like they still want to take some duels initially, and a little bit ill-advised. Kusta does fall, maybe feeling the pressure. This is known to be a map that lends itself a bit more towards the T side. So, I mean, Liquid's not really in a dangerous spot just yet, and you can see Cbble. That spam through the door is perfect. Forces him back, and Stan's going to finish things off. So a 6th round now for OpTic. They're in complete control, and even with the full losing bonus, there's nothing Liquid can do. They don't have enough money to force a buyout, so they're going to save one more. And it'll be interesting to see, because they've wanted to go to it so many times, if with this full losing bonus, next round after this save, they're going to go right back towards that double op setup, because they haven't been winning rounds of that kind of a setup very much recently at all.
No, they have not. I guess they're being a little too passive with the ops. Like, you have 2 ops, peek somewhere, be aggressive, toss the flashes, peek, try to get a kill, fall back. Like, if you have 2 ops, you got to be a little more riskier. You got to be a bit riskier than, you know, if you have 1 op. Like, be aggressive, take a shot.
Especially with the style of play that someone like Cbble has. Loves to be aggressive, loves to take those peeks.
Let him
Unleash him upon the world.
Yes, unleash him.
I knew exactly where you were going with that one.
It's because I've known you so long.
5-on-3 situation in the favor of OpTic. These Deagles are not panning out for Liquid so far. And here's all that nade usage, these Molotovs that you like so much. Clearing spots, although Naf is just jumping right into his team's fire. Doesn't really matter so much.
Long hair don't care.
Yeah, why not? No one here to really stop him. There it is, the AK's coming to work from range. Nitro with this Deagle hasn't been able to connect too much. No kills found from Liquid in this round. And Naf's just going to finish things off. A nice headshot onto Nitro. 7 rounds for OpTic. And here it comes. What kind of a buy is Liquid going to break out? And actually, this is something that I think is a little bit new. That well, not new in terms of Counter-Strike Go, but I know from back when we were competing, we didn't have pauses.
Oh, yes.
So you're at a pause right now.
Okay.
It's CPL. Your computer has not turned off yet. What are you telling your team to do in this kind of a situation?
I think
it's been what, 6 rounds, I believe it has been. Let's see what that is. Yeah, 6 rounds. 6 rounds in a row for OpTic.
First thing I tell my teammates to do: take a deep breath, close your eyes. Like, you may be a little nervous. It's a mental game. This is a mental game, so you want to close your eyes, relax, take a deep breath, make sure that everything, you know, like
go to your happy place.
Your happy place.
Just like Happy Gilmore.
Exactly. You know, you mentally calm yourself. You say, what are they doing? Okay, what are we doing wrong? Are we peeking too much? What's their weakness? How do we win the early rounds? But I guess the most important part is just clear your mind, because you have that extra minute or how long ever the timeout that they want to just relax and reset. And that's what, like, you know, in the NFL, it's like icing the kicker. They blow the whistle right before he kicks the ball. I don't know if that's illegal anymore, but they used to do that and just make him rethink, like psych himself out. And in this game, you just want to be positive mindset, or you're not going to win rounds against good teams if you have just a negative, pessimistic view.
So there it is, from the source legend himself.
Source.
Yeah, I know you like that. But this is we do have. I mean, this is a map I mentioned earlier. Cbble has been a little bit more T-sided at times. But here's these 2 teams on it. You can see so far Liquid has been 3-1 in recent months in the Pro League on this map. Obviously, Cbble might as well just always be the player to watch in this team.
He's hot
just,
right now.
Yeah, he's just such a fun player to watch. OpTic, on the other hand, this is a map that they favor. This is the map, in fact, that they qualified for E-League on when they won in Vegas in CES. Stanislaw is a player who. He's one of those players that you might not notice all of his contributions from just watching the match, but right now he's sitting at 8-8. It's actually a pretty spread out team effort from OpTic. No one really going too far ahead of the other. It's not an individual performance. Yeah. Everyone within, you know, 6 to 8 frags. So everyone's within that range of 6 to 8.
No one's really carrying. It's just a lot of nice teamwork, you know, exchanging kills. One person's baiting each other, and, you know, you're going to have some deaths here and there, but it's okay if you win rounds. It doesn't matter what your score is as long as you get that W, you know what I'm saying?
While we're on the subject, why don't you just I want to see the chest beating. Don't take the shirt off, but do the chest beating.
Chest beating. So I'm playing. You know, I'm like, I'm trying to not think negative. I'm trying to think positive. Like, come on, team. Like, and just yell and you have to get outside your comfort zone. That's the thing I don't stress enough. Get outside your comfort zone. And that's how you become a better player. Get outside that comfort zone.
I'm certainly outside my comfort zone. Speaking of comfort zone as well, the pause has been canceled. The freeze time is gone. So it is 7-5, and we're going to get back into this action, see what Team Liquid talked about during that little bit of a break, as this round has gotten live.
2-up setup.
Yeah, again, they go back to it. So pretty interesting here.
Not being aggressive, though. That's the thing. They're not being aggressive with it.
Well, this is the thing as well. Kusta is still very far back. That's a cheeky angle. That's very tough to deal with.
I'd hate that if I was terrorist.
Yeah, but you'd love it if you're Kusta.
Yeah.
You'd love it if you're Kusta, obviously. Gets that first kill. Now the rotation is in. Simple's coming over. They've got to be careful. Here's Stanislav, player to watch. He falls. Nitro finds him, and Kusta with one more. So they have stabilized this early pressure. And Kusta's gotten himself in towards the APC. Simple as well with the opposite, now rotated over. Good damage dealt onto Daps as well. A lot of this is going to be on a Shazam. Daps can't be the first one to make the first move. If he takes a single bullet or nade, he's pretty much out of it. Nitro has been brought down very low as well, and Daps, oh, he could sneak around Kusa, but there's Simple. Finds Shazam, and just Nitro cleans things up onto Daps. Nobody falls for Team Liquid, so the pause initially works out very, very well. We do see that sometimes. You've mentioned this is a mental game. We do see at times it didn't look like Team Liquid actually changed anything too much tactically. They still had Kusta with an AWP alone at that A bomb site. 4 members over towards B. And all it basically was Kusta hits that initial shot, stays alive for the rotation to come in. So it is a little bit of calming yourself down at times. We see professional teams all the time be like, we didn't really change anything. We just
hit your shots. You hit your shots.
Yeah,
you
take that 2 minutes or whatever it might be, and you just kind of calm down. And there, at least Liquid gets one more back on the board after 6 straight for OpTic. This time they're going to boost Elige up onto the B platform. And there's heavy play towards drop. Rush finds Simple, who is boosted on top of Hiko, who also eats a good amount of damage, down to 45 HP. So that boost backfires with the AWP. A good shot from Rush.
They're working their way towards that B bomb site. Elige almost dying to Flame. You guys ever call it Flame? Flame? You ever say Flame?
Yeah, we say the word flame.
You do?
Frequently.
Okay. Sure, you know, get down the lingo down, you know what I'm saying?
There is also a player named Flame E.
He's been amazing this last like 8 months that I've watched him play. He's just godlike.
Now, speaking of godlike, Nitro, 2 quick headshots, and then the wherewithal to throw that Molotov over towards the B platform slows down that prong of the attack. He's really given Liquid a chance into this round now. The rotation is on as well. Essentially, 3 members of Liquid are here, and Elige continues his tear. He's low HP, but he's playing at a very difficult angle to clear him out. Shazam with the ult. It's not going to help too much just because it's 2 HP. A pop flash comes out, but Naf dodges it. Kusta with the AWP. He's going to have the angle, and Hiko's here as well, but Shazam. That's a swift shot.
It's almost like a pre-fire shot right there.
Yeah, more than likely. And although Hiko somehow, while moving, while getting hit by bullets, he finds that kill through the box on a Naf. Shazam is going to get this plant down, and Hiko, you've seen how good he is at clutches. He gets out. Shazam not ready for him to be at that angle, so he eats some damage, down to 35 HP. 2 flashbangs for Hiko to work with, and he just swings wide. Doesn't use them whatsoever. Shazam's not ready for it, misses the shot. And Hiko's even going to salvage the AWP. So 2 in a row now for Team Liquid. They're going to tie things up at 7-7, making a bid to take this first half.
So Shazam did the right thing right there. As soon he peaked with a purpose, but he just missed his shot when he re-peaked. Like, he had the advantage in everything with an up, but failed to hit his shot. You lose a round when you fail to hit your shot, Jason.
Why not? Back to the double up setup. Oh. Yeah, that's tough for Shazam. That is kind of the battle you take, where when you swing out that wide, it is very much you hit your shot or you lose. Very committed to that fight. And Hiko again with another clutch round, as we're used to seeing him win so incredibly much. This time, there's no finesse to this for OpTic, but it is a misread by Team Liquid. It seems like they want to switch things up. That A hit has been so successful, they think it's going to come again. Simple misses that first shot, and that might be detrimental. Misses a second. He's got to get at least one, and he does. But Hiko's the only one here at the moment. He's got to hold this off a little bit longer for his teammates. They are on the rotation. Oh. But Daps finds him right through the smoke, ends it as he sees the flashbang come up. Elige now trying to push forward. Naf holding right behind that smoke in the rock. That's a tricky angle to deal with. The Naf continues his tear. There it is. Finally, Nitro silences him, but it's a 1-on-3. Molotov is going to force a rush out. That might actually kill him. He's very, very low on HP. And Nitro tries to spam through the smoke on the other side, thinking the fire would push him that way, but it doesn't work. So OpTic, they do get that 3rd round, and it is going to be 8-7 for them, switching onto the defense.
I mean, OpTic did a great job on coming back and just, you know, staying in the game. Like, you lose against Team Liquid, who just did, you know, pretty well at the major, And you know, you have to get back in the game if you want to keep it close, and that's what they did. They hit their shots. They methodically picked them off, and it now it's 8-7 after. But
yeah, yes.
Oh, I was
Please
going to say,
continue.
I was saying I do have a theory about the 2-op thing.
I would love to hear this.
You just rush 5 people one way, like, because it's harder to retake with an op. You know, that's it.
It is harder to retake with an op.
Hit your shots and rush 5 people. Who rushes 5 people these days?
Well, I mean, it gets a little bit trickier when your opponents start to have those Molotovs that you love, the smokes.
Yes,
I mean, you know, the ever popular B rush can be effective if you're not running through fire.
I see pretty top teams. They toss smoke on the
Yep,
run.
They have a smoke ready on like the 3rd player in a rush just to drop on the Molotov. Yep, that'll happen. And that's a good adaptation to preventing that. But either way, look at this. The boost, Simple's going to spot it out. It's forced away. So a good start for Liquid here, and it looks like they want to keep up pressure over towards drop as the defense has shifted away. It's only Naf here, and he sees the feet, but he's very, very close up to this window. He's going to get overwhelmed, but he at least takes one with him. He still hasn't fallen yet. Somehow he survives. Stan comes in for the save, and that's a missed opportunity for Liquid, and it's all over from here. This round is essentially lost once Naf gets away. All down to Hiko. His team has been slaughtered in a 1-on-5, and even this might just be too tall of a task. The bomb is dropped all the way towards the B site. And you've talked about the importance of trading many times.
They failed to do that, but it's Hiko again. He won a 1-on-4. Unfortunately, he doesn't win this one, but it's just they missed their shot. They had the opportunity. They had a bunch of people waiting for them to hop out.
Yeah, you can see
and
it
they missed
here.
their shots. You're like, they just
Somehow.
I don't know. You know, it's CS:GO online. You know, just pick out an excuse out of a hat. I don't know. Just
He's actually making the pulling excuse out of a hat motion for those of you, all of you two again who cannot see the camera.
I'm a very visual guy.
So Liquid, no plant that round, but they do go for the pistol armor. Now they did win a 2nd round in this fashion against Cloud9 earlier on Cash. Meanwhile, on the OpTic side of things, a couple SMGs are out. Naf has that Mag 7. Not very much utility. It's only Kusta, who, by the way, has a Glock and has no armor. I just like to highlight this for the Oppers because that indicates that they want that Op in the 4th round. Nitro's going to come through the connector, and Dap's actually wild spray. Misses about the first 10 bullets, but he does recover to get at least 1. And now stands under a lot of pressure, so trades. It's down to a 3-on-3. Kusta's still alive, though. Like I said, no armor, and there's no utility to block off these doors, but it doesn't matter when Cbble hits a shot like that. Although, close up. Welcome to the party with the shotgun. Hiko's still trying to do something with this Tech 9. He's got a lot of time to work with. 1 minute. Doesn't have the bomb. And Naf has gotten himself in a tricky spot on ramp. Hiko spots him out right at the last second, but he's getting behind cover so that he can be isolated from the 2nd player. Now jumping down. He's getting close up to Shazam. That's a 1-on-1. He finds it. Headshot. Has the FAMAS as well. Now knows where Naf is. But is he aware that Naf has gotten all the way down? Oh, Hiko with the shot. What an incredible headshot. He does find it. How many times is this guy going to clutch these rounds?
He does it every match, it seems like. At least 2 every match. He's been incredible, and he's amazing. He's been an amazing player for Team Liquid. And he wins games for them. I mean, it's a team game, but you know, you win a round like that, it's, oh, hey, they got to save now.
That is a ridiculous round for Hiko to win. With very little HP as well. If he doesn't hit that shot,
and bad positioning too.
Yeah, if he doesn't hit that shot, he didn't realize that Naf had gotten that far wide. If he misses that, he just falls. So really, really good stuff from Hiko, obviously. But it's getting to be the norm with him. I mean, it's getting to the point where we're just like, all right, it's not that amazing. It's just Hiko.
Team Hiko. Aren't you a Team Hiko fan? Like don't you have a hat that says Team Hiko?
He did give me a hat at the major qualifier. Yes, I have a Hiko hat. I also have a Hiko wristband. That
wow.
So, yeah, one of those like little gummy ones or whatever that they give you, like the team
gummy.
ones. I don't even know what they're called.
Can you eat it?
No.
No. Well.
That's a standard to Bears question right there. Can you eat it?
You said gummy. I don't know. That's edible to me.
All right, yep, you're right. That was my bad. Shazam eats a bullet to the face. He's brought down to 18 HP. Hiding behind this statue. The Molotovs start raining out. Liquid just playing this very patiently, using the range. There's Nitro. Tech 9 coming out of drop, and he's going to remain aggressive over towards these double doors. He clears it out for his team, so it's going to be an easy plant, and now it's all about sustaining, not taking too many losses on the exit.
Saving it out, you know. Money game, get that money bags up. And OpTic needs all the rounds they can get.
Well, also here, I mean, this is a round where they're locked out of the bomb site. They'd have to fight at range, so no reason not to just save this armor and CZ. They're not going to buy in the next round anyway, so you might as well save that, see if you can come up with a stack.
Very little utility as well. I mean, it's just not a favorable position for them to retake when the bomb's down and everything all taken into account. That's good. You know, you always have next round, right? Next round's a chance to win. You gotta believe in it.
Yeah, they'll just close their eyes. They'll beat their chests.
No, it's more than just it's
Build some
part
momentum.
of it. That's part of it, Jason.
We're gonna hit all the buzzwords here.
He's gotta believe. Fly. Angels in the outfield. You know.
Angels in the outfield. That's where you go.
Yeah, but you gotta believe.
Well, Elige believes he's going to chase down some more of these kills at the end, but round time is going to end just as he's about to turn the corner. So, UMP still on Simple. Famas onto Elige. Another chance for them just to, I mean, this is them going to be taking back the lead. It's been a while since they've had it because they were up 5-1, I believe it was, and then they were down 7-5. And since then, they haven't been in the lead. So, trying here to at least go up 10-9. They're going against pistols to do it. And this was off the back. They did lose pistol round, and they won the second round. So off the back of that, they've kind of closed the gap in the scoreline here in this first map of this doubleheader between Team Liquid and OpTic Gaming. This time it's going to be Simple with the UMP just leading the way slowly. He does eat a bullet from Rush to the face, but staying composed, finds one, finds a second.
Just headshotting people left
and right.
returns
The favor. Oh, Kusto with an AK out in the open. That's a mistake, either from Team Liquid or Kusto. Way too out in the open with an AK-47. And now OpTic, if Stan or Daps saves this, they have full armor behind it. So that's actually, when you think about it, that's about $4,100 into the next round they don't have to spend because they don't have to rebuy that armor. They have to spend $3,100 on the M4. So that's actually a huge economic advantage that they've just found here.
It adds up in the long run. You know, maybe it's down to the wire and they have to have that extra M4, you know?
Or that extra Molotov. Or that extra smoke.
Exactly. And right now, this is a round. It counts in the later game. And you win and lose rounds by that mentality, you know, saving. Make it hard for the other team to beat you, you know? Like, don't just rush in there. Oh, it's eco. Let me just rush in there and die. You know, that's a waste. You know, that's a waste of time. Waste of my time. I don't want to see that.
Nicely put, and at the end, I think that's actually another gun drop there from Team Liquid. So not the best, but two good entries from Simple. And this is that mistake. He's so far away from his teammate, no one there to back up that AK-47.
I did like how Team Liquid though led with the into B. You know, kind of scout it out, see what's going on. You know, poking here and there. He's got 2 kills in the process. You know, it's a bonus.
The bonus money, and also if he dies, losing a UMP is really not that big of an issue.
And he keeps a UMP. He keeps a UMP too. Good
armor pen on that. We see it using gun rounds, and this is going to be all 5 members of Team Liquid towards this B bomb site. Elige takes a lot of damage from HE grenades. Not too much utility on the OpTic side, and they're all gathered around this rock at the moment. That's a little bit scary. They do adjust that very, very quickly, but complete control of the B platform for Liquid. He can cover the planter. There's Shazam. He gets boosted up, delayed, finds a kill. Doesn't take any damage, so this is actually collapsing for Team Liquid. Now, Simple's going to go up. He's got the UMP. He's low on HP, but why not make a play with this weapon? Searching for it. And he hasn't spotted anyone just yet. There it is on a Daps, but Naf cleans him out very quickly. Kusta's going to hold the line with his AWP, as well Nitro. Kusta with 2, sustains Liquid in this round so far. Molotov to force Elise out of his position, but Shazam is making the play. That gets stopped by Nitro. Down into a 1-on-2. Stanislaw with an HE. That's not going to clear out Kusta. He's got too much HP. Does some damage, and Nitro's here as well, but he's just going to play the time. He's just running away, and Kusta with 3 kills in that round. They keep the op posted up on the B platform. It's got range, it's got all the necessary angles, and Kusta delivers.
I was kind of scared for Team Liquid that round. They kind of started off a little shaky, and then OpTic was really poor on their retake, because they had like 3-4 people just by the bomb site area, but they couldn't hit their shots. They couldn't just capitalize on, you know, just killing the opponent team, you know, the other team.
They seem to have some advantages that they could have taken in those retakes, but it almost seemed like they were so you know, big gaps in that defense on the post plant for Team Liquid that OpTic players were just trying to take advantage of it very much on their own. It seemed like for some of it would work, but I mean, Kusta with that perch, it's such a hard spot to clear out when you don't have the nades, when you don't have an op to kind of counteract that.
I think what comes down to that is communication, and I know OpTic is one of those teams that kind of quiets down when they start losing rounds, and when you stop communicating, you know, you miss angles, you miss peeking, exchanging kills, and all that kind of good stuff, and calls, important calls that if it was a split second earlier, you would have, you know, gotten that kill or won the round.
And speaking of which, Dap's going to push up, try and get a little bit cheeky on the flank. It's not going to work out. So Shazam and Stanislaw are going to be on their way back over towards this A site. They're all spread out now. There goes Stanislaw. He does connect with a scout onto a leash, but he falls immediately after. So this is looking like in a 5-on-2, it's going to be a 12th round of the rush. Gets to the APC, and Elige wasn't ready for it. That's the only thing he's going to get, though, is that one kill. Now Shazam is here. So this is going to be 12-9 for Team Liquid moving forward into this matchup. It's Op for Kusta. We said, I mean, we saw the major. Simple was the primary opera when Adren was in the lineup. Now Kusta's taken control of it. He's at 10-12, but it is Simple leading the way. Player to watch, we mentioned. 20-14 for him. He's having a fantastic game.
He's slaying them really hard. Just hitting shots. He's leading and he's hitting shots. He's baiting, he's hitting shots. Like, this guy's unstoppable right now. And OpTic has to do something to stop this guy. Like, if you lose this match tonight, watch your demos and say, why did this guy destroy us so much? The raw aim, what is it?
Once again, no finesse, though, from Team Liquid to open things up. They're just posturing like this is going to be a fast B play, throwing a lot of utility. You can see Simple is cleared out. Nitro pretty much only has a Molotov left. Hiko as well is out of nades also. They used so much early on to make OpTic believe this is going to be a B rush. They're going to fall away. So Nitro goes back towards drop. This is all going to be for a delayed take towards that A bomb site, it looks. Maybe a split down this drop with the way it looks so far. But
OpTic has a very interesting Hall stack right there. It's pretty much baiting Daps, or Daps is baiting Stanislaw, it looks like. And
bait and switch.
Bait and switch, I like that.
So Liquid believes that that first player they kill is the only one there, and then Daps is there just waiting. It also could be, I mean, the scary part about that is if Liquid uses one of these Molotovs on the leash to clear both of them out. That would be the master play here. Obviously, they don't know what's coming. Kusta is just supporting Simple, holding that angle. Simple's going to swing out. Stan finds the kill, and Kusta actually had to fall back to get the bomb. I
think at this point, they should both leave that area because they're going to check that area anyways after they got that kill.
Doesn't look like Kusta is being very mindful that there's a possibility he's there. That's going to be the scary thing. That's a free kill for Daps. It's also the bomb down with 20 seconds left. This round is essentially over. So Elige gets a kill there, swings on a rush. Somehow finds that kill. The rotation is going to be on Hiko on this lurk. Not a lot of time for him to make his play. 14 seconds. They still have to make their way into the bomb site, and they still have to pick up the bomb, but it's only Elige with 6 HP. And even though Hiko gets 2 kills, it's impossible for him to win the round at this point. So just by virtue of the round timer, OpTic is going to get their 10th round on the board. Hiko does not fall. He saves his AK-47. But he makes no bonus money. They have plenty to work with, so that's not a huge issue. The big issue for OpTic is that they win that round. They lose 4 members, so even into this round, you can see Stanislaw's fully bought up, only has a smoke. Naf has to go on a UMP so that he can get a Molotov and a smoke as well. Rush is going to be light on nades also, and if they lose this, if they get reset here, Liquid is going to get up to 13 rounds, and it's going to be a double save territory for OpTic. So they're going to be very, very weak on the buy as this match comes to a close.
A lot of Molotovs on the OpTic team. They really want to use it and see how well they use it this round. It would be crucial for them to hold off this bomb site against Team Liquid. Elige is just waiting to smoke. He smokes off the site, flashing over. It looks like it's going to be a B fake into maybe a rotate kill in middle. They're looking for that rotation kill, and Simple gets an easy kill.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. That smoke is very, very tricky. Naf not expecting that whatsoever, and Simple finds a crack in it. So good smokes from Team Liquid. That works out perfectly to get them that opening kill. Just have to be wary, because Shazam is going to be directly underneath this drop. They're going to check it. Simple wins that. Easy one for him, straight down on the top of the head, and now B bomb site is Liquid's. Rush is the nearest defender, but he has no vision on what's happening in this bomb site. So Simple's going to get boosted up. He's going to go for more. He finds his 3rd kill. Knows exactly where Rush is, but Nitro cleans that out before he can, and Daps is very fast, the only person left on OpTic. So this is that darkest timeline now for OpTic Gaming, where they get reset, and if Daps cannot save this gun, they're going to have absolutely nothing into the next round.
This is true, and I like how Team Liquid kind of, I think they might call it a little audible, because they were looking for that mid pick, and then they got easy kills, easy entrance in that B bomb site, and they were like, oh, let's just go B, and they took B and mowed over Team Liquid because they were in a bad position to retake that bomb site.
Well, there it is. Daps does get the kill on that Nitro, but his position has been found from that 1 kill, and Nitro is a low HP player anyway, so Elige, plenty of time to get a good spot. This is, I don't even think Naf necessarily saw him. I think he just shot there at the end, but 6 smoke for Simple to use to get that opening kill. I would love to know if that was designed.
It's always planned, Jason.
Right?
That's what you always say. Yeah, I planned it. All along.
Well, obviously, Simple's going to tell us that.
There's no luck involved. All planned.
Yeah, I mean, that was... I mean, if you can have a player like Cbble that can just open up a bomb site like that. So that's good stuff. Now it just looks like they know they have such a huge advantage. They're just going to go for the rush. Nitro with that Mac 10 jumping down. No cares in the world. Him and Elige get the first 2 kills. Nitro even actually Simple steals that one right away from him. But quickly, 5-on-2, OpTic. They have just about nothing left into this matchup. I mean, this is their next round is going to be a very, very weak buy.
Team Liquid is a shark right now. They smell blood. They smell blood in the water. OpTic is chum to them right now. Chum.
Chum?
Yeah. Chum.
What kind of shark do you think Liquid is?
You know what? I'm going to go on a limb here and say
if you
Hammerhead.
say, okay,
Let's just say Hammerhead.
Oh,
Hammerhead,
yeah, all right.
You know, okay. You know, they're dangerous, but they're kind of friendly. Don't want to mess with them. You don't want to be on a surfboard and just. I don't think they even tech people, to be honest. Tiger I think Tiger Sharks just look cool. Hammerhead, Tiger Sharks, all the same.
You're transferring very easily between the two, Tiger and Hammerhead.
Yeah, I don't know much about sharks. I'm sorry. I'm just.
That wasn't apparent. Just bust it out. So 14-10 now for Team Liquid. It is that double save territory. You can see OpTic not even investing in armor into this round. They're just saying we need whatever we can to start a 5-round run to force overtime. So great position if you're a Liquid fan watching this.
Now, are you the type of person to half buy and save for the tie, or are you the type of person to go all in and then, you know, either go big or go home?
I would prefer this call that OpTic is making, just because. I mean, if they were to full buy there with $3,000, I'm not even sure they would have been able to have a rifle on the board. You know?
What about shotguns? 300%.
Yeah, but shotguns are like, you know, really good situational, but if that situation doesn't come to pass, you're just ruined. Now, meanwhile, CZs are extremely dangerous. You can see Stan and Rush each getting 2. The bomb is down to the connector, so Kusta's got to be careful trying to go over to collect it. The question is Naf, I don't think Kusta spotted him whatsoever, but the B bomb site is open, but I mean, Kusta's in a kind of a dangerous spot. No one from OpTic is really pushing this A bomb site, which is very fortunate because Kusta would have been all alone with the bomb. His teammates, Hiko and Cbble, are very much trusting him to make it to this B bomb site with the bomb. And actually, now that OpTic has made their way back over, they're going to have all the intel. Simple, when does he pounce? When does he help alleviate? There it is. Shazam's out in the open, completely blind. There's Hiko as well. So OpTic did have something going for him, but it's not going to work out in the end.
Simple did great job. Scout out the site. He's like, we're up 14-10. I'm just going to run around. They're on eco. Let's see what happens. And
yeah, getting into the site, making sure he can help secure that passageway. But you can see the danger of these pistols. This is the other thing. It's not like even pistols with no armor, there's no slouch. If you get a couple fortunate fights, you can very easily bring this back. Look at the money on the Liquid side, though. Simple's at 25 and 15. He's also got $15,000.
Money bags McGee over there. Just, he could buy guns for days.
Guns for days.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a pretty decent buy for OpTic, but they have to win 5 in a row. Simple is going to go back towards this B bomb site all on his own. It looks like he wants to just cause a soul. He wants to cause a distraction all by himself. And he spots out the jump, but that was... He spots out the boost, but was that another jumping shot from Shazam? I believe it was.
Was it? I thought it was boosted. I don't know.
He was, but it looked like he jumped up. Either way, Stan gets one onto Nitro. Elige trades that off immediately. Smokes Molotovs into the choke points. Daps is going to be the first one out. They need to make their way up and grab an angle. They're burning alive in these Molotovs. Daps is down. Rush is still burning as well. They're both down so very low. There's an opportunity here. Flashbang comes out just as Dap jumps out. Elige is going to find him for free. Rush has only 10 HP. Nades are going to come out into the site. That doesn't stop the plant from going down. A dire situation. This has to be a successful retake. Although no one from Liquid is watching for them to encroach on the bomb site. Kusa and Hiko are looking the other way. Elige is very much alone in this, and Shazam looks like he spotted him around the edge of the smoke. Elige's got to be very careful with how he performs in this position. Rush has an idea he's here, but there it is. Elige spots Shazam, and he's going to transfer over. Nice double kill from him, and it's down to a 1-on-2. Naf, he's going to find one, but the bomb is planted perfectly for Hiko. No kit on Naf as well, so Hiko knows 100% he's not on the bomb, and this is essentially one from here. Naf needs to stick it, but it's not going to happen, although Hiko gets a little overly aggressive. Now looking for a kit. He does pick one up, but he has no time. That's going to be the match. Liquid is going to take it 16-10. It almost works out in OpTic's favor. Just took a little bit too long. So the first map will go to Team Liquid here on Cbble.
OpTic gave them a run for their money. At first he thought it might be a snowball win for Team Liquid, but then OpTic came back. They're like, hey, we can win rounds too, you know? And then they do win some rounds, but then they just kind of fall apart and they don't catch back that momentum.
Yeah, it did seem like there were some chances there for OpTic. That they did have a good run in that first half. It was the second half where they could never that first reset that they experienced, they also lost the second round. I mean, that's just too much to deal with in terms of your economy, never being able to stabilize it, especially on the CT side where it can be so punishing. This was one of those glimpses of good stuff from OpTic. I mean, those A hits that they had, Liquid's defense, that A bomb site did not seem like it was very strong. They never really got the intel that it was coming before it actually happened. It was just kind of Kusta there alone, and if he had the timing right, he might have spotted it out, but more often than not, he just got overran. So OpTic did go on a decent run here, but Liquid shows some fortitude. That pause they take helped out a lot.
It helped a lot.
And conversely, on the other side of things, we didn't see a pause out of OpTic.
I think that's a huge mistake, and that's saying a team without a coach. I don't think OpTic even has a coach. And this is the problem with C9 is that they never call timeouts in time. It's like always when it's too late. Like just if you're losing 6 rounds in a row, just call a timeout. You know, it's better than losing like 4 or 5 more rounds after that.
Yeah, we have talked in the past about professional teams. For the most part, have always told us that they have the rule where if they lose 6 or 7 in a row, no matter what the reasoning is, it's an automatic timeout. At least to collect themselves, at least to talk some things over.
It's a good rule of thumb, I think. You know.
Well, hey, it was a pleasure having you here on this this map.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah,
I felt good. I felt the tinglings inside, and it's good. It's good seeing you again, Jason. I'm glad to see CS just exploding and getting better, and you know maybe I have to make a comeback or something.
You gonna make a comeback?
I think I'm gonna make a comeback. You know.
I've seen a lot of the old legends start coming back into the scene, so it wouldn't be a bad thing to have you at all. First map, 16-10 for Team Liquid. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, it will be the second match in this doubleheader. So stay tuned, and we'll see you guys then.